What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Gabriel Maestre versus Mykal Fox, and this is going to be a 12-rounder for the Interim WBA Welterweight World Championship, and this fight is going to be Saturday, August 7th from the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on Fox. And to get into both fighters' resumes, Gabriel Maestre, fighting out of Venezuela, holds a record of 3 wins, no defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 177 by BoxRec in the welterweight division. And to list some of his best victories, he has a knockout win over Giovanni Barraza, a knockout victory over Diego Gabriel Chavez, and he's coming off a brutal first-round knockout win over Daniel Vega Cota. And to get into his opponent's resume, Mykal Fox, fighting out of the United States, holds a record of 22 wins, 2 defeats, with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 125 by BoxRec in the welterweight division. And to list his 2 defeats first, he has a unanimous decision loss to Sojohn Ergashev and a unanimous decision defeat to Lucas Santamaria. And to list some of his best victories, he has a unanimous decision win over gold medalist Fazladin Gabnazarov, a unanimous decision win over Yuri Bernardo, and a unanimous decision victory over former world champion DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley. In my opinion, this fight is going to be really competitive, and just to break it down, I think that the first half of the fight is going to sway in favor of Gabriel Maestre, and the second half of the fight is going to sway in favor of Mykal Fox. The first half, you're going to see Gabriel Maestre guns blazing, coming forward, pressuring Fox, trying to stop him or knock him down, because you have to remember, Maestre has not gone past 5 rounds in his whole entire career, and that's amateur World Series of Boxing and his pro career. His pro career, he's only gone like 3 to 4 rounds max, I believe so. In the World Series of Boxing, it's 5 rounds max, and as an amateur, he's only gone 3-round bouts. So you have to take that into consideration, how his gas tank will handle throughout this fight. And you have to remember, he's 34 years old. He's not some young amateur who's only got, or a young pro fighter who's only got like 3 pro fights, a good amateur career. He is 34 years old, so he's not a spring chicken. But he does have a lot of power, and he actually was supposed to face a different opponent. He was supposed to face 5'11", Gabriel, or should I say 5'11", Cody Crowley, a fighter that's like Gabriel Maestre's stature, a similar fighting style, come forward pressure fighting. I know he doesn't have a lot of power, Crowley does, but he still does, in my opinion, have more power than Fox, and it's a completely different style. As I think in the second half of this fight, Mykal Fox is going to outbox and outskill Gabriel Maestre. I see him jabbing Maestre on the outside and easily beating him to the punch because he has such a long reach advantage here, and the height advantage is like 6 inches. I believe that Maestre is like 5'10" and a half, and I believe Fox is like 6'4", 6'3" and a half, something like that. So the style difference to the fighter that Maestre was training for so long, to the fighter he's fighting now in the late replacement of Mykal Fox, is going to be a huge issue. I mean, there's so many factors that stack towards Mykal Fox to win this fight that I'm just going to pick him. I feel that Maestre will go out and try and knock out Fox early on, like the first 5 or 6 rounds, and I think that his gas tank will wear out, and that he will lose majority of the later rounds and ultimately lose on points. And I'm not saying it's going to be a wide unanimous decision. I think it's going to be a majority decision. I could see the judges scoring about like 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 114 to 114. But just to break down the fight even more, I mean, Maestre, I could definitely see him possibly dropping Fox early on because Fox is coming off that shock loss to Lucas Santamaria, where he did get dropped in that first round, and that was sort of a wake-up call to fight better in that fight, and he did. It was a really close fight. Either man could have won. I wasn't really scoring it on fight night, but it was a really close fight. It could have gone 1 point either way. But Maestre, he hasn't fought anyone like Fox. He's 34 years old. His gas tank probably won't hold up the whole 12 rounds, even though he's had all those amateur bouts. They've only gone 3 rounds, max 5 rounds, counting World Series of Boxing. And I just can't really see a man that's 5'10" and a half beating a guy that's 6'4" with a super long reach advantage. I mean, Fox, the younger man, I believe he's like 25 years old. He's got the age advantage, the reach advantage, the height advantage, even the pro experience advantage. He's beaten a gold medalist before with few pro fights in Gab Nazarov. Sorry if I'm saying his name incorrectly, but he did win that fight. I watched it live. I thought he won, I believe, like 6-4, but there was 2 points taken away from Gab Nazarov. But yeah, I think he's going to win this fight, as I mentioned before. I see Fox outboxing Maestre later on in the fight. The early half, like the first half, will 100% go in favor of Maestre. And if you're watching that fight, like the first 5-6 rounds, you're saying Fox is losing this fight, but you're going to see how he picks up the pace and out jabs, outworks, lands his 1-2s on the outside, and really works to defeat Gabriel Maestre to win this title as a late replacement. So once again, I believe that the judges will score the bout 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 114 to 114 in favor of Mykal Fox to win this fight by majority decision. So overall, I believe that Mykal Fox will defeat Gabriel Maestre by majority decision to win the interim WBA welterweight world title. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.